There I was, just happy to drop a video I'd been working hard with my editor on for weeks. Really polishing all the points of that video. Really making it this amazing video that took weeks and time and a lot of effort. I did my daily routine of being a lazy egg in bed and looking at my phone for an hour when all of a sudden I get pinged. I figured this was another leak for Destiny 2 or another teaser trailer for the Witch Queen or something. You know, nothing too severe, right up my alley. I even tweeted something about how it would be cool if Microsoft bought Bungie and still gave them creative freedom. People laughed at the idea in the comments and said that Microsoft would always want Bungie to make exclusive games and that Bungie would lose all control. But then Bungie, the studio that we talk a lot about on this channel, who had previously been published by Microsoft, previously been published by Activision, and was finally free of commitment to any other publishers, was bought by Sony Interactive Entertainment?
I can't tell if he's serious, and that's very concerning.
So you may be like me, wondering what the hell happened to cause this acquisition of a $3.6 billion merger. And you may be like me in wondering what happens next for the studio. So, how the hell did we get here?
Sony is buying Bungie.
Another week, boys, and another corporate acquisition.
Some footage in this video is from players around the community. Their links will be in the description of this video, as well as the music too. Gamer subs! Free samples! Link in the description, baby! Back in the olden days, when Netflix was a DVD service and this up-and-comer. Back when you could start watching movies together with friends on your Xbox 360 with that little earpiece that ripped your ear in half. These were the days of Halo, and Microsoft was run by some very different heads. This was the pre-Phil Spencer era, and the management was way more severe. Bungie would split away from Microsoft to pursue independent avenues in publishing and development on October 5th of 2007. This was a huge story to break for young and stupid Evan. But it didn't really matter too much, because I was just having a blast being called all kinds of gamer words I didn't understand on the mic. Let's fast forward past Halo 3, Halo 3 ODST, and Halo Reach to the days of Bungie being acquired by Activision for the publishing rights of the most ambitious video game ever made, called Destiny! Destiny was this thing that nobody understood in 2011, and I would argue most people don't even understand in 2022. Numerous development hell stories would pop up on the regular, like Jason Schreier's story of the original version of Destiny. Writers were fired. We would come to find out that credits were given to those undeserving. Lawsuits including Marty O'Donnell, the game's original composer, and just so much more of a mess. Activision had and has a nasty reputation, and everyone, even in 2014, during the release of the game, knew that Activision was scheming something up. Creative limitations were made, and a direction the game would take came on the orders of meeting profit margins over making a great game that everyone could love. Let's jump further into the future, into vanilla Destiny 2, where you could feel that the game was made for a focus group who hated the original Destiny. Allow me to reinforce this point. Bungie was at the height of critical acclaim coming off of The Taken King and Rise of Iron, steering strongly into victory with Destiny 2. But even the foundation of Destiny 2 wasn't ready, and Bungie's original roadmap for Destiny 1 showed another year or two for the first game. Want me to go even further? No, you don't? Okay, well, I'm gonna do it anyway. The original cutscene for Season of Undying, a season released in 2019 for Shadowkeep, was actually a Destiny 1 leaked cutscene for what was supposed to be year 4 of Destiny 1. Bungie would go on to have a tough year, and Forsaken would launch to speak to the hearts of many Destiny players. But back that shit up! That year wasn't gonna be as profitable as Bobby Kotick wanted it to be. It didn't really meet their expectations as a DLC, and Bungie would fire back not only with the Twitter fingers, but instead by just removing themselves from Activision completely to be independent again. You could feel that the year of Shadowkeep in 2019 was a direct attempt at Bungie trying to follow the Epic Games formula. There was free-to-play models, there was season pass models, live events at the end of each season, and a studio with ambitions past just their one game and instead focused on a whole universe of entertainment for their IP. Again, hold on to that last part, because that is very important for what we're gonna get to. Unfortunately, Destiny isn't as profitable of an IP as a kids game that is a battle royale with Thanos Fortnite default dancing. Bungie has a bigger game to manage, so this ambition becomes a lot more expensive, less profitable, and would require consistent cash injections from investors. For all we know, this may be why the price of play started to feel like a problem again. This may also be why every single Tuesday, something would happen to keep player interest up on the weekly. Bungie is a studio with over 1,000 employees and hiring that is located in Washington. That is a lot of people to pay, and the cost of living near Seattle is super high. I'm not here to be talking too much about the money side, but just trying to stay realistic when I say that being an independent studio is not as easy as it seems, especially with that many people. So, with these massive DLCs like Beyond Light, The Witch Queen, and so on, it would be nice to sit here and hope for a Forsaken-sized launch again as a player. But is that realistic? Nope, it's not realistic. But also, yes! So let's talk about Sony. Sony has not had the best track record recently with licensing their games. Hell, besides Nintendo, Sony has been the bad guy when it comes to exclusives, with most of the best games locked behind owning a PS4 or a PS5. Alright, before you console war people start flooding the comments, please, I'm gonna say this nicely, get a grip. Nobody likes exclusives. Yes, they fund the companies, but nobody wants to own another box that costs another $500 to play a game they could be playing on their other box. These companies make almost nothing on the sale of those boxes, and even Sony knows that. Yet, they also know that Microsoft has infinite money, and they know that Microsoft has been making those big boy moves recently. Sony didn't want crossplay, and they didn't want their games on anything but PlayStation. Well, Phil Spencer said fuck it, I'm gonna buy some studios, and bought ZeniMax, who owns all the Bethesda IPs like Skyrim and Fallout. Now, these are exclusives, and I know I just got done saying how much I hate them, but this move not only felt like a way to put Xbox on the map, but a way to give the finger to Sony, who had been doing nothing but exclusives for the past 3 generations of consoles. Let's fast forward into the year of NFTs and random other crazy gaming shit. Microsoft buys Activision Blizzard, but promises nothing changes with those games, just ownership. So Bungie is doing alright, but they could use some cash. And Sony is hungry to drop some cash on a studio who can build their library deep and prepare for what the next generation of competition in gaming looks like. I'm gonna break it to you. There is no longer a war over which console is better. The war is now which company owns the rights to the better studios to fund whatever services they want to make. This is like Netflix versus Amazon Prime versus Disney Plus, and now like Paramount. Everybody has one of these. You may wonder what I'm also wondering. What the fuck does this mean for Bungie and Destiny? Will we be seeing that banger DLC, The Scale of Forsaken? Will we be seeing Bungie making only exclusives? Will Destiny have Kratos? Pete Parsons, Joe Blackburn, and Justin Truman of Bungie issued an article today after the $3.6 billion acquisition, stating that, quote, "We will continue to independently publish and creatively develop our games. We will continue to drive one unified Bungie community. Our games will continue to be where our community is, wherever they choose to play. The most immediate change you will see is an acceleration in hiring talent across the entire studio to support our ambitious vision." So, no, you will not see Destiny 2 become a timed or a console exclusive. And no, you will not see Sony have a hand in the game other than a cash injection. This is about the dream scenario if you're a Destiny player, and it lines up that Luke Smith left to pursue outward avenues for Destiny, and that the new management has a clear vision. This all just makes sense, because I was wondering how a company was going to be able to support a new studio headquarters and many new hires while also providing less on the content side for the game. Bungie can now justify having banger DLCs, new IPs, new hires, and more creative freedom than ever, and I'll toast to that one. But this also means that, God, I can be free of people who are constantly saying that I cannot be critical of this game just because Bungie has no money. Bungie has money now, so can I be critical of the game again, guys? We won't see the effects of this deal for another 2 or more years, but you can bet your ass that Bungie's next game is going to be a funded one, and you can bet your ass with the funding of Sony, Destiny will thrive. That's all I have today, though. Thank you so much for watching this video. Be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.